Well, hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30-plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today, for December 11th, 2025, I'll run through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing, etc., etc. Although it is that, TGA Day, the Game Awards, TGA? Yeah, I got that. Which I like. I kind of don't care, but I kind of like it. We'll get into that. I feel like I talk about this every year, and I need to stop. But anyway. Shout out to Breakman X in the chat. Check out the Breakman X channel if you haven't seen it. Matthew Nyquist, Breakman X. And then we've got Ultronymous and Jamkel X in the chat. Cool. Good morning, guys. And Jonas Hassan, good to see you. I'm going to watch the Game Awards for only game trailers this year, hoping for Ghost of Yotei to win one award. Yeah, that's my thing. I feel like sometimes, like I like to watch the Game Awards, but it takes a big chunk of time, and it's one of those things where I have my Gundam stream tonight, but it's only an hour, and the Game Awards are going to be like 3 to 4 hours. So during the Game Awards times, I might, just maybe play some video games while watching. Anyway, I'm just excited for what announcements there could be. There's been a lot of leaks, so I don't know if I should share those here, but curious what they're going to show. There doesn't seem to be much that I am really hoping for. Like, I feel like I'm more excited about like interesting smaller games that come out. That seemed to be my thing. I will play the occasional. No, I always play the bigger games, but I guess the things that tend to get me more excited are the smaller games, right? For instance, if Konami, even though that would kind of be big, announced a 2D side-scrolling Castlevania, that would obviously be for a niche audience. I don't see them paying. I think it's over $1 million to do an ad for 3 minutes at the Game Awards for a game. For Castlevania, I don't know. I feel like that it wouldn't be done that way. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like it used to be. It would have to be more than 10 years ago. I'd be like, oh, I can't wait for the next this to come out. And nowadays it's less about that, and I'm more about what's new and interesting or something I didn't expect. Like, the Sonic Racing Crossworld, sure, played a lot of Sonic Racing. I knew what to expect, but the whole Crossworlds concept and how bananas the game is, they really pulled something off there. It's pretty cool. Well, and what's really cool is anyone's like YouTube subscription feed. I think like right after the Game Awards or even during, you're just going to see it populate with the trailers. So it's kind of easy to watch them that way. It's just sometimes there's cringe stuff, and I don't like to call that out and be negative all the time, but it's just sometimes watching a celebration of something I love, but through that lens, it could come off a little cringy. So I try to avoid it. Now I'm just imagining if Platinum Games made a Castlevania. Okay, combat-wise, yes, but exploration, I don't know. Actually, yeah, because if they were given the task to play it like a Castlevania, they would be able to do it. I think, yeah, sometimes when they're making games and like the action games, the fighting action games, yeah, because they did a great job with Revengeance. Yeah, but all right. Let's jump into what I was playing real quick yesterday. Again, not a lot. So basically, after playing a game about digging a hole, I did play some Metroid Prime 4 in the evening before a show on Midnight Hatter's channel, but it didn't Yeah, it didn't populate. Sometimes Switch does that. Anyway, so I'm over 4 hours in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, maybe 5 hours now. I've seen people get 100% completions at hour 15. It's a smaller game, and even at the point I'm at, there's only 3 more things I have to do, and it's. I will say I enjoyed my session playing yesterday, but the thing again with Metroid Prime 4 is you never get stuck. You just keep going, and it's this kind of goes back to just how Nintendo makes games in the first place. And I don't know if I'm incorrect with the statement, but like I wouldn't see Nintendo come out with a Souls-like experience in terms of here's something that is going to be completely challenging and may put off a big audience, but also gain a big audience. And Metroid Prime 4 is made as a very simple, streamlined experience. There's the reason when I stop, like when I'm in a session and then I find a save point, I'm like, I'm done. I'll explore later, But when I go to load up a game again, I am, finishing it. So it's how is it a smaller game when they added open world? Because it's just a physical giant open desert that you could ride your motorcycle on, but it's not a standard open world. The best explanation, I think, was I talking about this yesterday? The game, it's almost like Ocarina of Time. When Ocarina of Time is not true open world, but when you first went out on that Hyrule field, it kind of felt like it and seemed like it. And it gives off that impression. And that's how it feels in Metroid Prime, because you're really like Breath of the Wild. You're really just going to where the dungeon is. I forgot what they called them in Breath of the Wild. The three boss people or the multiple. There was like I forget. But in Metroid, you just have to go to them or to the objective, and you just choose which one. It's interesting, and that's the thing. Like when I'm upset about the game not being revolutionary and cool and genre defining. But at the end of the day, it's a well-made, streamlined experience. So, and that's kind of hard. I'm going to need to finish it to really give my thoughts on it, but also, or I mean, give more of like a solidified, final, cemented thought on it. And the other thing I'm worried about too is because the way I'm playing the game, where sometimes I'll pick it up and then I'll have fun and then be like, okay, I'm done. A game might come out and then I'll totally just stop playing Metroid Prime 4 and not even finish it. That's the type of game Metroid Prime 4 is. It doesn't fire all my neurons, I guess is a good way to put it. And in Autonomous, I do feel like it seems like it was just added to add. It really does. It has some arbitrary things you do in it, which, it's there to fill in the space, but it doesn't add to the genre-defining Nintendo experience. So, and then also, I want to talk about Sonic Racing Cross Worlds real quick. We're always seeing it every day because my wife likes to play it, so we play it a lot. And we've been getting the DLC, so we've got the SpongeBob deal. She likes to be SpongeBob. I'll be Patrick. They have the map that's really fun. We've beaten all the rivals, and then it has now a next set of rivals, but you don't unlock. You can only unlock one more vehicle, and it's once you anyway. Like the game, there's still a little bit more to do, but anyway, it's interesting when you get to that level of this game, Sonic Cross Worlds, because it has your loadout system, the gear system, where you're changing different effects your vehicles have, whether that be bumping into people gives you a boost, or you can drift charge to level 4 and then be invincible, or your drifts do spin. I mean, there's so many things that when it gets to that really high level of play, I don't know how to explain that. It's just this rival system. I've beaten it, but now it's like the super hard rivals. It's impossible. Not really, but we haven't beat them yet. And it's like you really have to go into your kit and figure out what's the best loadout to use. It's pretty interesting how Sonic Racing, because it's so bonkers of bananas, like I explained earlier, if you guys haven't played it, that I couldn't see, like, my wife and I will play on the fastest, hardest difficulty. We won't win, but it's mind-blowingly fun, I guess. Um, Jonas Hassan, I'm going to call it in by 2026, and Switch 2 will win due to a lower price than the Steam box, but overall it's going to have a comeback. No, I think they're just such separate things that they're not even competing with each other. I think the Steam box is just another way to get your Steam library in the living room, whereas the Switch is just a Nintendo handheld. You know, I know it's both video games, but I, I think they just serve different purposes. I'm curious what's going to happen with Steam box, because also we have the Game Awards, so I don't know if they would announce a Half-Life 3, and that is just another way to promote a Steam box. It's like, you know, Half-Life 3 is coming out, or Steam Machine, Steam Box, yeah, I forget what they call it. Half-Life 3 is coming out, and it'll be out maybe the day the Steam box comes out. So it's like, yeah, you can play it on your PC you currently have, or if you buy the new hardware, you could play the game on the new hardware. I almost feel like that would be the play. But also, do people really care about Half-Life 3? I mean, I think there are some people that do, but I will say I didn't like the second Half-Life that much. I mean, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just I remember finding it boring. I beat it, and then I played the first DLC, and then I didn't even bother with the second DLC because I was like, I don't know. So the third one, I don't know. But what Valve would do is they would do what I was talking about with Nintendo and revolutionize, do something genre defining. And I think the first person shooter can use that. So maybe Valve is the one to do it. They've done it before, you know, with the first Half-Life, by really integrating that kind of storytelling and the mouth animation. So, okay, and that's all I've been playing. Not too much. A couple things I wanted to check here real quick. Let me go. I love this deals website, gg.deals. Upcoming games. This is what I'm excited about. One more day. And I don't know if it's what time it's going to release, but I'm totally getting Terminator 2D No Fate. Oh, okay. And it's saying, oh, I don't have it on my wish list. I'm not logged in. I don't really care right now. So it's 17 hours. Whoa. Okay. So I'll probably be playing it on stream tomorrow if I'm doing my math right. Let's see. That is the main thing I'm waiting for. There's this few other new games come up. I don't remember any of them jumping out at me. And then from the new releases, this Netherworld Covenant looks interesting, and it's not expensive. It's pretty much like playing, if you were to play Diablo, but the controls were like a Souls game, or I guess the combat was like a Souls game. But the other thing is it's a roguelike. So it's hard like a Souls game. And when you die, then you kind of start over. So in like Souls games are almost roguelikes in a way. Well, they're just showing a lot of archery combat. Anyway, this looks interesting. Again, I'm not into the roguelike stuff sometimes, but I did see when I was watching some gameplay video, the character died. When they respawned at whatever, the home base, home camp, they then went and did some permanent upgrades. So that's kind of like what oh, hold up. There's a demo. I didn't even know there was a demo. Okay, Steam, load up. I'm pressing the button to load up Steam. We're going to download the demo because we might play that if it's actually... Okay, what is it called again? Netherworld Covenant. These names sometimes are just so generic, but I don't mind. Okay, no, download. Okay. We'll let that do its thing. I hope it doesn't mess up with the stream. I don't think so. All right, we're going to head back. Yeah, that was okay. I was just really looking at what was coming out tomorrow, Terminator 2D No Fate. Let's move back to a news item. Delisted Psycho shoot 'em ups, and I don't even know if that's how you pronounce Psycho. Shoot 'em ups for PC return via rights holder KM Box. So I always find this interesting. Like, where do shmups go sometimes? The rights holders. So there's 12. A South Korean publisher, okay, has held the rights to the Psycho library since the early 2000s. It granted City Connection the rights to publish PC version of the titles for the period of time, but reclaimed those rights as one of those years, as of those year. I don't know. It will handle those release. Okay. Okay, so the following 3 titles are due out December 16th. Gunbird, which is, I mean, all these are good. Wow, look at that. It doesn't say how much though. Okay, I'm gonna add this. To my wish list. I'm actually curious what the price is because sometimes with these older games, it's like, why don't you just sell them in a bundle? And a lot of companies do that. But oh wait, I'm not signed in. Let me look at something. If I go to publisher, yep, they have the other games on here. Okay, so let's see. And the following titles will follow at a later date. Yeah, Gunbird 2, that's cool. Soul Divide, Zero Gunner 2. Okay. I wonder if I already had any of these. I feel like I might have. That's cool. Oh wait, Zero Gunner 2, and it shows that it's on Xbox. Yeah, City Connection. So it's it's interesting. So another cool thing about this is when older games are then re-released or republished, even by different publishers, who knows what things they'll add to it. To be honest, $10 and it's Play Anywhere. It's like I might as well get this, but I let's see. Players can okay, I'm trying to see if it says like options, 7 difficulties, lives could be continues could be set to infinity, 2 additional screen filters, but nothing about like a rewind. Not that I need a rewind or save states or whatever. And that came out in 2023. So let me go back to this Gunbird one. I want to see. Okay. AI generated content. The developers describe how some parts of the game trailer include AI generated content. Oh, that's interesting. I guess I like that that's there because I'm always interested to see when AI is being used. I like it actually. So the only so it's a weird description that they have. The tense in which this is written is kind of odd, but it's not explaining if the game has any sort of special features. It doesn't say. Anyway, I know a lot of people might not be that interested in this stuff, but this is the kind of stuff I love. Shoot 'em ups and re-releases of classic games and getting special features and all that. So, okay. Let's see. Did I have another? If you guys want to look at the gaming leaks and rumors Reddit, I won't go through it right now, but there's a lot of leaks for the Game Awards. Nothing seems too interesting, but it's just kind of cool that to see newer stuff coming out. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this is that thing about like to get a 3-minute trailer at the Game Awards, and this is Kotaku, and they're saying sources, so it might not be true, but I think this was nearly the case before. A trailer can cost over $1 million for 3 minutes. So I wonder how much that kind of leaves out certain game developers, game publishers, because $1 million's not something they could do, you know. Yeah, and I think that's kind of sometimes determines the tone or the players that you'll see that are propped up when gaming is put in the limelight, like a mainstream lens. A lot of times, a lot of the more interesting things can get left behind. And I think that's kind of the main takeaway I have from the TGA in the back of my mind. It's like, this is really just highlighting where the money is. And, from that money, mainstream, that's where that cringe sometimes comes from. So, okay. You know what? There's not much news going on, really. It's probably a bunch of TGA leaks. And then, TGA's later today. Again, I don't think I'll be streaming it. But what we're going to do right now is check out the demo for this Netherworld Covenant. Yeah, let me get back. Okay. Let me make sure the audio. This one. Oh, there we go. That was fast. Probably not Unreal Engine. Okay. So I don't know. I didn't think. Is this going to be a controller game or a mouse game? Yeah, it looks like it's a mouse game. Attack, assisting attack. Space is dodge. You got your skills. Okay. Talk. Use item. That's weird. Okay. Let's do this. Playing it. Liking the vibe here. Yeah, I wonder what game engine this is, because I just alt-tabbed and did a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just running fine the whole time. Oh, that's cool. That looks like that was AI, but I'm fine with that. Man, these controllers are gonna be weird, but we'll see. Okay, stop. That is cool. Press dodge and... Wait, you know what? Let me just turn on my controller. I almost feel like I'd rather play this with a controller now that I see what it's like. I almost don't think that's... Oh, wait, let's do it. Oh! Really? The surviving lantern seeker. I am the keeper of the sealed nether lantern. I've waited here a long time. Come, follow me. Okay. Well, can I just ride on the horse with you? Okay. Let me... Yeah, no gamepad. I think this would be easier on a gamepad, but I'm curious why mouse is needed. There could be some things going on later where, like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many ways on a gamepad you could have your spells or skills. Okay. Oh. I mean, it looks like the dude from Demon Souls. I have the SH Figure Arts action figure. Or is it Figma? No, it's Figma. Those are the shattered souls of your fallen comrades, now lost to chaos, their minds long consumed. The soul flame within the Nether Lantern shares its origin with chaos itself. Those bound by its pact are granted the power to purge corruption. Sign the contract now and use the new power granted by the Nether Lantern to defeat it and prove yourself. Okay. All right. Let me go. Let me play the game. All right. Suppression. When the enemy shows a yellow, press to use a lantern skill and hit enemy. That's using ghost stamina. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what that's like. I get it. Okay, that was pretty cool, I gotta say. I still feel like it's weird playing on mouse and keyboard, but it feels good. When the energy meets the requirement for a ghost skill, press the corresponding skill to summon your ghost companions to attack enemies. Character can equip. That's a weird Q. There's something about that Q and the word equip that's bothering me. And unique. I don't know what this is. Okay, let's... After using a ghost skill, the ghost will remain on the field for a certain period. The player can click the ethereal walk key to fly towards the ghost, during which the player cannot be harmed. Recall the player can hold. I don't know. There's just so much. I just want to fight for a little bit. Oh, what? Okay, I don't know what just happened there. A little weird. But cool. Like, really, this is pretty interesting. Okay. Wait, after you. Okay. You made it. Hey, it's Daryl. I like how his name is just Daryl. It's like, hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl, I haven't seen you. Your soul. I don't know, a knight named Daryl? I think that's cool. This is the borderland, the rift between the Netherworld and the mortal realm. I have to make okay, yeah, I get it. I get it, dude. Let's see. I really like how this feels, even though it's keyboard-based controls and all that. You know, it's just... I thought it was gonna, like, click to go to a spot, but... Interesting. There's, like, little spirits there. Oh, it's Daryl. This feeling. It's amazing to exist only as a soul. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Daryl, Finn, Brendan, Laser. These are cool names for ghosts. Okay. Oh, that's right. I think I saw this in a video. Interesting. Or I can like get one of these faceplate worn by Malcolm. There's this armor, a blade. I like that. Can I get them all? Oh, I can only get one. I like the blade. Oh, wait. The lower your HP, the more damage you'll... Oh, I like that. Okay, weapon. Okay. Activate. Okay, so I'm activating stuff, I guess. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I did something. Okay. Let's head out over here. And I only got a couple more minutes, but we'll just see. Difficulty selection. Wait. Okay. Recommended to play with a gamepad. Did you guys see that? Recommended to play with a gamepad, but I don't have that option. Maybe because it's a demo, or I have to start the game first. Okay. Or I have to turn on the controller first before I start the game. Yeah, I'm gonna head out shortly, but just to kind of... That feels good. Oh, cool. And then... this is the roguelike aspect of it. So this would be the loop. You're going into these dungeons. Wait, why am I... Oh, because I am gonna... Yeah. The direction my mouse is in. Uh-oh. Is this a trick? Please, help me. Oh. Okay. I gotta say though, even though, you know, I complain a lot about roguelikes, these survival-likes, whatever, this seems to have a lot of that. The system that's behind it is done really well. Because this just feels so good. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the gamepad thing, even though this is fun. Huh, the ghost deals lightning, ghost deals fire. When energy is full, ghost attack. And I haven't even been using the ghost attack thing, so like, Q. And then there's E. And then there's that whole recall. I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm gonna bounce. This is pretty cool. I could actually see it's $15. I could see myself maybe playing this. We're staying in discussions. Oh, controller doesn't work. So, you know, people, yeah, demo game recommends I use a controller, but it doesn't work. Yeah, that's funny. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. That was a lot of fun checking out that game. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. But until then, be cool. Have a good one.